Hello, happy 4th of July. It is the Independence Day of the United States of America, and I have the day off, and I've been playing with watercolors today, and I went grocery shopping a little tiny bit. And I stepped on the scale because today is Friday, and every Friday I weigh. And I'm down 2 pounds, 2 more pounds, because I lost a pound 2 weeks ago and a pound before that, so 4 pounds in 5 weeks. My body is, the weight is trending down. And I agree with my commentator who said, or commenter, who said, be careful of the scale, because if I'm exercising, I'm building muscle. And I agree with that. As I build muscle, I'm going to become more trim, and the number on the scale might go up while my sizes go down, my clothing sizes. So I wanted to say a quick word or two about the foods that I'm choosing. Everybody who is watching any of these videos knows that I chew every bite thoroughly before swallowing, get it into a paste before I swallow, and I stop when full. This all has added up to me paying attention to my body signals, but I'm not just willy-nilly eating, crap. For one thing, processed food doesn't chew very well, and it should be something Whole Foods is Whole Foods made from ingredients, not from a box, is the best way to eat any kind of way of eating. So I'm doing that, and I think my diet consists largely of protein, which for me is eggs, cheese, and chicken. I don't eat red meat, and I don't eat pork. And non-starchy vegetables. So as much as I love a potato, I'm not eating baked potatoes or mashed potatoes right now. I think I could probably have one once in a while, as long as I'm chewing it thoroughly and stopping when full, same as any other food that I eat. But basically, let's talk about a lunch that I had yesterday. Brown rice with chicken, Mediterranean chicken dish that was made with chicken and artichoke hearts and sliced mushrooms and lemon and oregano. It was so good. And broccoli on the side. So about half my plate filled with the green veggie, and then the entree was the rice, chicken, and sauce. And it was scrumptious. It was so good. And I chewed every bite, and I stopped when full. And there were 2 pieces of chicken on my plate, and I only ate 1 piece of chicken because I stopped when I was full. But I'm also not eating Twinkies. I'm not eating potato chips, although I do have my nachos, but they're a very low-fat brand of tortilla chips, low-fat and low-salt. And that also has cheese on it, which is high fat, but I'm chewing and thoroughly and stopping when full. And just basically eating foods that you can purchase in the perimeter of the store. You go in the grocery store, you go through the produce section, sticking close to the wall, you've passed through, say, the bakery, then you're in the meat section, then you're in the dairy section, then you're in the pharmacy and the toilet paper section. And I don't go up and down the aisles I do, but I do. So when I need something like canned beans, I will go up into the aisle that has canned beans. And I do love my refried beans. So there is the occasional dry goods that I buy, but I don't purchase anything that comes in a box or needs a label. I purchase ingredients, and when I get my ingredients home, I cook them from scratch at home. And I keep my meals really simple. And then that's another thing I wanted to talk about is I have about 4 meals that I just are my go-to. Breakfast is either granola with Greek yogurt, berries, and a little bit of almond milk, or toasted whole wheat bread with a scrambled egg. And the egg scramble, I call it my Greek egg sandwich because it reminds me of spanakopita just a little bit, because it has spinach and feta cheese in it. And I scramble the egg and I add the spinach as the egg is scrambling. So now I can't describe the whole thing. I put the egg in the pan, and then I put the spinach in the pan, and I cook them together, and then I sprinkle the feta cheese, the size of my thumb, that's 1 serving, into there and mix it up really good. And then I put the toasted bread on my plate, and I put the egg on top of the toasted bread, and I use a fork and knife to eat it. That was a long description that's my other standard breakfast. And then my lunches and dinners amount to nachos. I return to repeatedly. That is my chips casero, which means homemade chips. They're made locally. They have 1 gram of fat and very, very low sodium, and they're nice, thick, crunchy tortilla chips. And they're less expensive than any other brand of tortilla chip on the shelf. So that goes in the dish. I sprinkle a little bit of cheese on it. I put some refried beans on top of that. Sprinkle a little tiny bit more cheese for over, but I'm using probably maybe a 1/4 cup of cheese for the whole dish. Nuke that for 1.5 minutes. And then when I pull it out of the microwave, I add salsa and Greek yogurt. Now I like Greek yogurt because it's high protein, and I found a fat-free version, although people do say that yogurt should be a full fat food, but I'm already fat and I don't need anything with full fat in it. So I eat the plain Greek yogurt, no fat. It's got 18 grams of protein. And then on top of that, some minced red onion, and if I have an avocado, I put a 1/4 avocado chunks on that, and go with that, and it's absolutely delicious. Chew every bite thoroughly and stop when full. And then when I'm not having nachos for lunch, I might have a chicken thigh and some broccoli. Seriously, that would be my lunch. Or I might have a turkey burger, like you can get ground turkey, and I cook up a patty and have that. I call it turkey burger with the works. I used some bread. I used 2 teaspoons of mayonnaise to coat the bread with. I put a piece of lettuce on there, maybe some sliced cucumber, and eat that. That's also a standard meal that I come back to repeatedly. For lunch today, I had homemade ramen, which I don't make the noodles, but I don't buy the instant ramen that you can get in the stores. I go to the Asian market and I buy ramen noodles there. They are low fat. They are not instant. They don't come with a packet of seasoning. And I make my own. I make my own broth with, I get the stir fry vegetables in the freezer section at the grocery store. Put those in the pan and let them cook for a little bit. Then I stir in some miso, which adds flavor and is also a fermented food, so it's good for your gut biome. And that was a delicious lunch, and it filled me up. And let me tell you something, kids. It's not that easy to chew noodles to a fine paste, so I might not do that very often. But the vegetables were good, and I did put chunks of chicken in there. And can't think of any other, I'm just not into fixing fancy stuff. I keep it simple. Half the plate full of non-starchy vegetables and a serving of protein if I'm going to have a starch, whole grain starch. So anyway, happy 4th of July. Eat your watermelon. Enjoy your fireworks.